I'm going to do a quick video just to see how much space I have on my camera, on my phone. I'm using the camera mode, and do just my eyebrows. So I've already primed my face with Hard Candy's Long Wear Primer on the outside of my face, and then also in the T-zone area. I used this. Picked up from my local Walmart. And I use the Hard Candy Perfecting Primer, which is good for defining or reducing lines. And I use that here and around my eyes to prime that particular area. And this is my first time combining the two, and I've actually done that and then letting it sit on my face. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyebrows just using a simple Wet n Wild pencil in the color black brown, and I'm just going to pretty much do I would usually use the Ruby Kisses I love this Ruby Kiss. We go through it so quickly, my daughter and myself, because we both use it. The Ruby Kisses, and I don't see the color on here. Dagnabbit, but it's just one of those basic pencils that you pick up from the beauty supply store, and there's no more. And I may go by Ulta and pick up the Anastasia's Dip Brow in chocolate, because I really like that the best, but I haven't used it in a while, so I may go pick up that. But I want to pretty much brush my eyebrows up, and I have thin brows anyway. It's not like, so what I'm going to do is look this way because I have a mirror here that I'm going to be looking in, and I want to get it right. I want to get them at least to look like twins. But I pretty much lightly shape the way I want my brows to go, and extend, and then do the top. I like to get that arch right where I need it to be, and then bring it down and connect. And if it looks fucked up at the beginning, that's okay, but as long as I get that frame right, and then I can go back and fill it in, and then when I go back and do the outline with the concealer, it kind of cleans it up a bit. So I'm going to do this side. So don't worry if it doesn't look right, and again, it's all for me on how I get the outline, and that pretty much defines on how well my eyebrows are going to look. Kind of drag it in a little bit here, and so that's pretty much the formation. Again, don't worry about how sloppy it looks because we're going to fix all that. And then I'm going to go back in and fill in with light strokes. I don't want to like rub it in hard. You just pretty much fill in the line area. And again, it looks thick and bulky, but that's going to get fixed. Because I don't really like big brows. That like, ugh, I don't like that too much. But what I'll do is do this. And again, don't worry about how sloppy it looks because we're going to go back in and fix. And then you lightly, because you don't want to do harshness at the front, you want the harshness in the tip, at the tip of the arch and back. But the slight swoops in the front, because you don't want them to connect, but you want it to be like a nice transition. Trying to even that up. Alright, so now that I have that in and lightly shaded in the front, I'm going to go back and clean up this with the concealer. So hold on just a second. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually started for the sake of this, I don't know how much time I have on my phone. That's why I kind of cut it off and chop it off. I normally use the Ruby Kisses level 12, 13, or 14, but this one here is 12, and I've busted down one side of the pan, and I usually use the lighter side for underneath and the darker on top, because you don't want a unibrow. You don't want to look like it's outlined. However, when I use the lighter on the bottom, I blend that down onto my eyelids for my eyeshadow as a base. So what I've done is contoured the bottom of the brow so that way you can kind of get the definition of how it's going to actually look. So because I don't have any dark, my daughter moved it. Don't worry about it. We're going to use it on the top as well. And again, we're going to blend all this down. We're not going to have a halo. But this part is the most important to me because we want to make sure that the line is perfected. Because once you perfect the outline, filling in is easy. I like to make sure that the end of the tail of the eyebrow is perfected, like so. Okay? And I have enough concealer on this. Don't look at my messed up. I need to get a new some new brushes. And sometimes when you lay your brush down, you can kind of move your head a little bit with it to help the flow of not picking up the brush and letting it flow naturally. This side looks a little bit bigger than this side, so what I'm going to do is just go back and kind of take and point it straight at me, so I'm using the flat part of the front of the brush and kind of go back and perfect that and shave some of that off. And always take your time. Take your time. One thing about me, I can't never ever get both brows to look exactly the same. Okay? It's alright. Not bad. I've got the arch the way I want. And my eyes water really, really bad. See? When I do my makeup early in the morning, my eyes tend to be more sensitive. So, disregard all that ugliness. Then you take your brush and you just want to take and pull down the excessive amount of concealer and just blend it down into your eyelid. Like so. And blend it out so that way you can get rid of the extra. Take the top, make your tip of your brush flat, and kind of brush it out. The extra. And if you make any mistakes, you can always go back and fix them. But this is pretty much how I do my brows. And I always make a connection in the front with the concealer to make sure that they're lined up properly. And I hope you guys can see this. I'm looking over here in the small mirror. I'm not feeling this side like I am the other, but I'll get it right. Just want to go ahead and just show you what I do for my eyebrows, or how I do my eyebrows. It's important to get rid of the extra excessive amount of concealer. You don't want that glooped up underneath of there. And just pull it down onto your eyelid. And you can blend it out with a sponge, beauty blender sponge or whatever. But you use the flat part to get rid of it and kind of even it out. Not bad. Not my best, but not bad for a quick unscheduled video. Alright, so once you do that, and then I take a spoolie, and don't worry about them connecting in the front. I'm going to dab that out. And you take the spoolie and you pull it back. And you want to kind of blend out that front so it's not so harsh. And then blend the rest of the pencil in. Excuse me. I'm snorkeling. Yeah, you don't want it to be heavy in the front, so you blend it back and then blend out the rest of the brow, like so. And if you feel like you've drabbed too much, you can always go back. And I always put color in my brow. I know it sounds crazy, but I put a little bit of burgundy in my brow because I like color. So I'll end up putting a little bit of burgundy pencil. And you just take your sponge and blend down that concealer that you put onto your eyelid. It's very quick, very simple technique, just using the pencil, a spoolie, concealer, the pencil, and a sponge, and a beauty blender. And then you dab in the middle to try to get rid of that unibrow. And then you can always go back and fix it. But that's pretty much how I do my brows. They are not perfect, but they're good enough for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the burgundy like I told you. And it's pretty much it's a Nikak pencil, and this is in Plum. Yeah, I think it's Plum. I don't have my damn reading glasses on. Plum. Yeah, AA11 Plum. And what I want to do with this is just go back where I kind of took some of the the brown away, add a little bit of the plum, and kind of define my arch with the plum. See what I mean? I like that. To me, I like it. Others may not, but sometimes when I want to add color, I just put in the plum. And it's going to kind of go with, I'm going to wear an orange dress that I got from Boohoo. And I think this will go great for the makeup look. And stay tuned and follow me on Instagram to see my outfit of the day. And yeah, hopefully you like this quick tutorial. It's not really a tutorial, just showing you how I do my brows. And this is what I come up with. Hopefully you can see what I've done. It's not so great, but it is what it is. And I'll link my channel down below so you can follow me on Instagram and you can see the final look. So check the date against the post on my Instagram so you can know that this is actually part of the makeup look that I'm going to be doing this morning for my outfit. So pretty much this is it. This is what I do for my brows, and it's pretty simple and it works for me. I'm not a makeup artist, but it works for me. I like it. So that's how I do my brows. So hopefully you've enjoyed this daggone long drawn out viewing of how I do my brows. But thank you for stopping by my channel, and please stay tuned for more randomness on my channel. And I thank you all my subscribers for hanging in there with me, because without you guys I wouldn't have a channel. So I appreciate you just stopping by. Give me a thumbs up, help this channel to grow. I'll do more. And again, this is how I do my brows. They're not quite twinsies, but I'm going to perfect it before I get finished. So stay tuned for the pictures on my Instagram channel. Bye.